was a request from you, but this was like a top comment on, I think, 4 or 5 videos. I'm going to give you a little adjustment here because I think we're off. There we go. But you guys asked me how to stop eating when you're bored. Are we still off? But you guys asked me how to stop eating when you're bored. And I do this all the time just because you eat when you're bored. That's what you do. But when you guys asked me this, I wanted to give you a couple tips and tricks, a couple different things you can do to kind of stop eating as much when you're bored. Because it's like, it's one thing if you're hungry, then go eat. But if you're not hungry and there's nothing to do, you just shove your face full. And even if you feel full, you just keep eating because there's just nothing else to do. So I wanted to give you a couple tips and tricks and kind of ways that you can avoid doing that, because generally when we do that, we're not eating carrots and celery and ranch dressing, we're eating chips or, candy or unhealthy popcorn or something like that. So the first thing is actually to identify that it's happening, because a lot of times I'll be sitting watching TV and all of a sudden I'll look down and I'm halfway through one of the family-size bag of Doritos, and you don't even realize you're doing it until you do it. So the first step is really just to realize that when I'm bored, or when you're bored, you actually eat. Once you can say, okay, this is something I'm doing, you can prevent doing it from the future. In the future. You really have to recognize kind of what triggers you to eat when you're bored, when you're not actually hungry. And then when you get in those situations, instead of just mindlessly eating, actually think, oh, I'm consciously aware that I'm eating even though I'm not hungry. So make sure you know kind of what makes you want to do that. And then once you start, just mentally acknowledge that you're doing it. Another thing, you could stop being bored. For instance, maybe get off the computer, get off the TV, but that's not always too easy. Maybe it's your favorite show, or maybe, you love whatever's going on online. Obviously, if you could go outside and do something, or obviously if you could go play a video game or something else, maybe video games you eat, but if you could preoccupy yourself with doing something, then that would be great. But a lot of times that's not something you're able to do, especially if you're at a party or if you're at an event and there's food everywhere and you're not even hungry because you already had dinner, but it's just there, so you just want to eat it. That's just how kind of life works. So if you could remove yourself from the situation and do something different, that's great, but that's not always an option. But the first real tip to stop eating when you're bored is actually to brush your teeth. And I don't know about you guys, but I brush my teeth after breakfast. Reason why is because after I brush my teeth, everything tastes weird. It tastes funky. Everything will have an off flavor. It just tastes kind of gross because, even though you wash the toothpaste out of your mouth, sometimes it's still there or something. But if you brush your teeth, you're not going to want to snack. And even if you try to snack on something that's unhealthy, it's kind of going to be ew, gross, it doesn't taste the same. So that's a really good thing. If you already ate dinner, I know a lot of people watch TV after eating dinner and that's when they snack. If you've already eaten dinner, brush your teeth. And that way, if you sit down and you start to go snack, you'll be like, oh, this isn't so good. And you won't want to do it anymore. The next tip is to actually put your food on a plate or in a bowl instead of just eating it out of the bag. Reason why, we'll go back to the example of me and the family-sized bag of Doritos. You just open the bag and you can keep eating, and then this whole big family-sized bag is gone and you didn't even know it. Now, when you eat out of a plate, you have to take the chips and put them in the bowl and then eat them. And then once you're done, if you want more, you have to take the chips, put them in the bowl, and eat them. And you will realize, oh my gosh, I've been through 5 bowls of chips. Instead of if you're just eating out of the bag, it's just oh, I'm just still going. I never stopped. So obviously eating junk food out of a smaller bowl is better because then you'll have to refill more often. And it's just a way to get yourself conscious that you're doing something. If you eat ice cream out of the carton's gone, and oh my gosh, I just ate the whole thing. It was so good. But if you actually take ice cream and put it into a little bowl, once you finish that bowl, if you want more, you're gonna have to get up and go get more ice cream. And you'll realize, oh, I'm going to go do this. So eating off of a smaller plate helps you not to snack as much. The next thing you could also do is drink some water. For instance, if you're consciously getting up to get that next bowl of ice cream or to get that next bowl of chips, before you eat those chips, go and get a glass of water or even a glass of something else. And what that's gonna do, first off, water is amazing for your body, but it also helps to kind of fill you up and help you digest better. For instance, if we just eat a whole bag of chips, first off, it's loaded with sodium, so our body is going to be needing more water. Second off, it might not be digesting as fast or as properly. If we drink a glass of water, it helps our body digest that faster, and it'll mix with the chips to start the digestion process and fill you up faster, so you're not going to want to go back as many times. Also, at least for me, a lot of times, like, I'll go eat and I think that I'm hungry and I keep on eating, and it's like, I can't still be hungry, I've been eating. Your body is actually craving water, but you go for food instead. So sometimes if you know that you've already eaten and you can't possibly be hungry but you feel hungry, if you drink a glass of water, maybe that's what your body was craving instead. So doing that is also a big help, and like I said, it fills you up faster, so you're not going to want as much of that junky, nasty, unhealthy stuff. Let's say that you're watching TV and you're so prone to snacking when you watch TV, is keeping your hands busy. If you want to do like a puzzle, or if you have like a word game. Now obviously texting on a phone doesn't do it because you could text with one hand and eat with the other, but if you could do a puzzle or paint your nails or file your nails, or, you know, keep both of your hands busy while you're watching that TV show. That way, instead of being able to snack with one hand, let's say you're painting your nails, you're concentrating on the TV show and concentrating on your nails, you don't have any free hands to go snack on something with. Same idea with a puzzle. Now that might be a little bit harder to do while watching TV, but if you're doing a puzzle, generally both of your hands are pretty busy and you're concentrating on that puzzle. You're not thinking, oh, I'm craving food, or oh, I really want a chocolate right now. You're thinking, where does this piece go? Where does this piece go? And that can really help preoccupy you so you don't go have 10 bags of Doritos. The next thing isn't always possible, but it kind of goes along the line of being distracted, and it's to get away from wherever the food is. If you've already had dinner, if you've already had breakfast or lunch or whatever, and you're prone to snacking, stay away from the kitchen. Stay away from the pantry. You know, don't keep food in your room. If you are outside, or if you, let's say you're down in your room, go clean your room. You're going to be busy cleaning your room. Maybe turn on music. You're not going to be thinking about eating. Whereas if you were up in the kitchen, maybe you're bored and the kitchen is where food is. There's just food there, so let's just eat it because heck, it's there. But if you're in your bedroom, well, there's no food there, but there is some cleaning that you guys have to do, so you can get that done instead. And you won't even feel craved or deprived because your mind is focused on something else and food is not in your face. Now, if you try to go clean the kitchen, as helpful as that would be, there's food everywhere for you. So it's like, but kind of removing yourself from the food situation. Like I said, at a party or something, that's not always possible, but trying to remove yourself from the situation can really help a lot because that temptation to snack is not right in front of your face. So let's say you are one of those people that just must eat endlessly, like you're sitting in front of the TV and you just want to eat everything in the entire world. Hi, Schnucklepuff. Someone's a happy schnook. Do you snack on things? He's a little Schnucklepuff. Come here, Schnucklefuckle. Schnuckle-dee, schnuckle-dee, schnuckle. He has a squirrel tail. Let's say that you are one of those people that just snacks endlessly. Try to snack on filling, nutritious food. For instance, carrots or celery or bell peppers dipped in ranch dressing or hummus. What that's going to do is, first off, it's nutritious. It's going to fill you up faster. And you're not going to be as hungry, because I'm the kind of person, even if I'm not hungry, I'll just snack because there's food there. Now, if you eat enough carrots and enough, ranch dressing and enough of these healthy veggies, even if you want to snack, your stomach will be so full that you can't possibly get more food down. And that's really good because first off, you're satisfied, you're full, you're not hungry anymore, you've kind of fixed that snacking problem. But you've also just pumped your body full of a ton of healthy antioxidants, some great fiber, some great nutrition. And obviously you don't want to go and load up like 1,000,000 pounds of ranch dressing. Try to take a little dip of ranch dressing instead of like soaking your whole fist in it. But snack on something healthy. And when we have cravings, we're always craving for chips or we're always craving for chocolate. No one really gets cravings for broccoli or cauliflower, but if you do eat that, it'll really help you fill up so you won't crave anything. And like I said, it's definitely a healthier, better for you decision. And then something that other people recommend is chewing gum. It's the idea that when you're chewing gum, your mouth is preoccupied. I personally would not recommend this because I don't know about you, but whenever I eat gum, I get hungry afterwards. Maybe it has something to do with the sugars in gum, or I don't know, but whenever I chew gum, I get hungry. So that's not something that works for me, but maybe it'll work for you, and it's something that other people say works for them. But I love you guys. This was a very requested video, so I really hope that it did help you. If you know other tips or tricks that you guys can do, or that you already do to kind of prevent eating unhealthy foods when you're snacking, or to prevent craving and just eating mindlessly, be sure to post a video response and tell us all about them, or leave them in the comments. Because that'll help everyone be healthier. But I love you guys. Enjoy snacking on those healthy foods tonight, and I look forward to talking to you all soon. Love you guys. Bye.